Ever felt like you're a walking, talking sponge for other people's feelings? One minute you're fine, the next you're drowning in a wave of sadness, anger, or anxiety that isn't even yours. If that sounds familiar, you might be an empath. And while that sounds like a superpower and, in many ways, it comes with a dark side that most people never talk about. A side that can leave you feeling drained, confused, and utterly alone. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on this hidden burden. We're not just scratching the surface. We're going deep into the heart of what it truly means to feel everything. The world sees the compassionate friend, the intuitive listener, the person who just gets it. But they don't see the silent struggle, the emotional exhaustion, the battle to distinguish your feelings from the tidal wave of everyone else's. This isn't just about being sensitive. It's about experiencing life in high definition, where every emotional color is brighter, every sound is louder, and every feeling is magnified 100 times over. Let's start with the most common trap for empaths: emotional sponging. Imagine walking through a crowded mall. Most people hear the chatter, see the lights, and go about their day. An empath, however, absorbs it all. You feel the teenager's heartbreak over a breakup, the parent's anxiety about their finances, the child's pure joy at seeing a toy. You carry it all home with you, and you don't even realize it. This isn't a conscious choice. It's your default setting. Your energetic boundaries are naturally porous, making you susceptible to taking on the emotional baggage of others without strong protective measures. Your own emotional landscape becomes a cluttered mess of second-hand feelings, leaving you exhausted and wondering why you feel so heavy when nothing in your own life is wrong. This leads to the next shadow: chronic fatigue. Not just the "I need a nap" kind of tired, but a deep, soul-level exhaustion. Constantly processing the emotional data of the world is like running a supercomputer 24/7. It drains your mental, emotional, and even physical energy. Many empaths are misdiagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome or other illnesses because the root cause, this relentless energetic overload, is often overlooked. You wake up tired, go through your day feeling like you're wading through mud, and go to bed just as drained. It's a cycle that can feel impossible to break because the world never stops emitting its emotional signals. Then there's the curse of the chameleon. Because you understand people so deeply, it's easy to blend in, to morph your personality to make others feel comfortable. You become who they need you to be, the cheerleader for a friend in doubt, the calm presence in a crisis, the life of the party for a lonely acquaintance. But in the process of becoming everyone else's mirror, you can lose sight of your own reflection. Who are you when you're not catering to someone else's emotional needs? This constant shapeshifting can lead to a profound identity crisis. You might look in the mirror one day and not recognize the person staring back because you've spent so much time being a reflection for others that your own image has faded. This deep desire to help and heal also makes empaths prime targets for emotional vampires and narcissists. These individuals are drawn to your light, your compassion, and your boundless capacity for giving. They see you as an endless source of validation, attention, and emotional support. A narcissist who lacks empathy finds their perfect counterpart in an empath who has an overabundance of it. You see their hidden pain and want to heal it. But you end up in a one-sided relationship where you give and they take until you are completely drained. You keep pouring from your cup, hoping to fill theirs, without realizing they have a hole in the bottom of their own. Breaking free from these toxic dynamics is incredibly difficult for an empath because your very nature is to understand and forgive, often to your own detriment. This relentless exposure to pain and suffering, both your own and others, can also lead to a state of perpetual emotional overwhelm. It's like having 100 browser tabs open in your mind at all times, each one playing a different, emotionally charged video. The constant noise can lead to anxiety, sensory overload, and a desperate need to isolate yourself just to find a moment of peace. This is why many empaths are also introverts. It's not that they don't like people, it's that being around people is just too much. The retreat into solitude isn't antisocial, it's a survival mechanism. It's the only way to turn down the volume of the world and find your own center again. But this can be a lonely path, making you feel misunderstood and isolated from the very people you feel so connected to. And what about boundaries? For an empath, the word no can feel like a betrayal. You feel the other person's disappointment so acutely that saying no feels like you are directly causing them pain, so you say yes. You say yes to extra work, yes to listening to the same problem for the 10th time. Yes to plans you don't have the energy for. You become a people pleaser, not out of weakness, but out of an overwhelming sense of responsibility for others' feelings. This inability to set and maintain healthy boundaries is perhaps the single greatest challenge for an empath. It's the open door that allows emotional exhaustion, toxic relationships, and self-neglect to walk right in. Finally, there's the shadow of disillusionment. When you feel the world's pain so intensely, the injustice, the cruelty, the suffering knit, can be easy to fall into cynicism or despair. You see the gap between how beautiful the world could be and the harsh reality of it, and that chasm can feel heartbreaking. This isn't just watching the news. It's feeling the collective grief of humanity. It can make you feel hopeless, and you might start to believe your gift is actually a curse, a cruel joke that forces you to witness a world of pain without the power to fix it all. This is the dark night of the empath's soul, a place where the light of compassion is almost extinguished by the weight of the world's darkness. But here is the crucial turning point. Acknowledging this dark side is not about victimhood, it's about empowerment. It's the first step toward transforming your gift from a burden into your greatest strength. Understanding these shadows is how you learn to navigate them. You learn to build energetic shields, to practice grounding techniques that anchor you in your own energy. You learn to distinguish your emotions from others, asking yourself, is this feeling mine? You learn that no is not a rejection, but a form of self-preservation, a sacred act of self-love. You begin to choose your company wisely, surrounding yourself with people who fill your cup instead of just draining it. You learn to see solitude not as isolation, but as a necessary and beautiful sanctuary for recharging. You discover tools like meditation, spending time in nature, and creative expression to cleanse your energy field and reconnect with your true self. You realize that your sensitivity is not a weakness to be hidden, but a superpower to be honed. Being an empath in this chaotic world is not an easy path. It requires conscious effort, radical self-awareness, and fierce self-compassion. The dark side is real, and it can be overwhelming. But on the other side of that darkness is a profound capacity for connection, healing, and love that the world desperately needs. By embracing your shadows, you learn how to protect your light, allowing it to shine more brightly and authentically than ever before. You learn to be the lighthouse, not the steady, guiding light for others, without getting lost in their storm. Your journey is about mastering your gift, not being martyred by it. It's about learning to hold the pain of the world without letting it break you. If this resonated with you, know that you are not alone. There's a whole community of us learning to navigate this path together. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If this video helped you feel seen and understood, please give it a thumbs up and share it with another sensitive soul who might need to hear this. And do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content on mastering your empathic gifts. Your journey of empowerment starts now. See you in the next video.